First at noon, it's been a jam-packed morning for Florida Governor Rick Scott so far, and now he's preparing to be sworn into office for a second term. These are live pictures right now from Tallahassee as members of the Florida cabinet are being sworn in. This is happening right now in the state capitol. This morning, the governor attended an inaugural prayer breakfast with First Lady Ann Scott. CBS 4's Natalia Zaire joins me now in the studio with more on what's happening as we speak in Tallahassee. Natalia?
Yeah, we've all been watching as the inauguration unfolds. It got underway about 40 minutes ago. Let's take live pictures there from the East Capitol steps in Tallahassee. Right now, you're taking a look at the Chief Financial Officer, Jeff Atwater, right now being sworn in. And we just saw the Agriculture Secretary being sworn in a short time ago. Attorney General Pam Bondi likely to be the next person up. And then, of course, the man of the hour, Governor Rick Scott. Now, we know that the governor has been pretty low-key in his inauguration event so far. There have been no big parades, no big, fancy balls. But overall, he says he's just been focusing on jobs. That has been his number one point. That's always been his slogan, if you will, that he is the jobs governor. He called Florida a fighter also in the great movement against the silent growth of government. He says that keeping Florida's government small is also going to be the key to the future here. He released his text to his inauguration address that we're expecting to hear here in just a couple of moments. And in that text, there was no mention of the landmark decision to legalize same-sex marriage in Florida as of 12:01 this morning, which is interesting.
I'm a facilities engineer at Mitsubishi Hitachi in Orlando.
You can see somebody here who's doing an introduction, probably a personal story before they go ahead and swear in the governor. So we know earlier also that there was a prayer breakfast, and there was a number of different officials who were there. Governor Rick Perry came out to support Governor Scott. We know Governor Chris Christie of New Jersey is also in attendance right now at the inauguration as we wait. And there was no mention during this event here. They're right there are the governor's daughters.
Good morning.
They each did a reading. There was no mention, interestingly enough, of the race between Governor Scott and Governor Charlie Crist. As we know, that was a very expensive race. That was a very tight race. The only mention of that race was a joke about the fan at the podium, as you well know, Elliot. And by and large, the inaugural breakfast focused on prayer.
Father, we ask that your wisdom be poured upon Rick Scott as he leads Florida onto another level of victory.
All right, let's take another look live right now from the east steps of the Capitol. Governor Scott preparing to be sworn in.
Pam Bondi.
Pam Bondi is about to come up. You just heard Florida's Attorney General. She's coming up here as well. She was not in attendance at the inaugural prayer breakfast this morning, but she has come here for this event. So as soon as Governor Crist is on the podium being sworn in, we will attempt to bring that to you. For now, though, this is what's happening in Tallahassee. Back to you,
Natalia, it'll be very interesting to see whether or not Pam Bondi, or for that matter, Governor Rick Scott, mentions the fact that we're living through these historic times with same-sex marriage allowed in Florida this week. That was not in any of the prepared statements that we saw, but we'll have to wait and see. As soon as the governor steps up there to be sworn in, we will bring it to you live. Natalia, thank you very much.